Will Smith volta aos papéis marcantes com a jornada de Peter, homem escravizado que atravessa um pântano no século XIX em busca da liberdade. Metrópolis traz hoje uma história de emancipação.
What's the importance and the impact of telling a story like that? That when you tell a story about a period of time that still bleeds in our society?
I thought I knew a lot about slavery. You know, obviously being a black man growing up in this country. But when you really get in it this deep, it's definitely changed me forever. Obviously, there's a lot of pain still dealing with the reality of slavery, right? But there's also a lot of healing to be done, and that's the process.
Stay together. Stay together.
And I think if we were writing a love letter about that time, this would be one of them, an important one, because ultimately this is about love and inspiration.
What doing Peter adds to your story? Which new layers he brings to your life?
You know, one of the central things that I got from Peter that really opened my mind is the relationship between suffering and salvation. You know, the idea of how hard we fight to avoid suffering, where Peter's mentality was to embrace his plight and almost to be grateful to God for where he is. And it was a really strange take on life and on reality, but I loved trying to understand Peter's relationship to pain, suffering, and to the purification and the ultimate delivery to happiness.
The Lord is with me. I will not be afraid.
There's a lot of torment that the characters go through, but it was so important for us to make sure there was a lot of love and a lot of tenderness. So feel they have such a limited sense of time, and it's so important what they do with it. They pray, they hold each other, they connect, and I think in a way they're giving like a deeper prayer so that when they're apart, they know that they'll still be together and connected.
Boy must have a death wish,
Slavery can take place in many different ways, but it starts first here. If you control someone's thought, if you can dehumanize them and make them feel less than a human being, then you control them. What Fassel recognizes in Peter is that he's internally free, he's mentally free, his heart is free. And because of that, he's the most dangerous.
There was one time that was, my God, we are not going to have 1 minute of peace on this movie, you know?
Hey, if you didn't have 1 minute of peace, imagine how I felt out there. It was a really, really difficult shoot, physically and emotionally and spiritually. As an actor, you do a role, you want to grow as a human from playing the role also. And one of the things that I connected to was Peter wasn't just a physical warrior, he was a spiritual warrior. He was fighting to defend his mind and his faith. And in his most private moments, he was already free. He was free in his mind.
Antoine, do you feel that this kind of, the way that you should put the audience together, being like living this experience too?
Yeah, it's an immersive experience. You know, you have to think about what slavery really was first.
Get moving, nigga. Let's go, y'all!
When Will first came onto the set, as we were going through everything and talking about and looking at the set, Will tried on one of the chains, the collars.
Yeah.
It got stuck.
Yeah.
And
the key didn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can only imagine, right?
Yeah.
So think about the urgency of wanting that off your neck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Imagine that.
Se você quer saber mais, acesse as nossas redes sociais. O Metrópolis de hoje fica por aqui, mas volta amanhã. Agora é a hora de você se inscrever no canal do Metrópolis aqui embaixo no botão vermelho. Aproveita e clica no sininho também, que assim que entrar um vídeo novo, a gente te avisa. E não se esquece de deixar o seu like, o seu comentário e compartilhar esse vídeo com quem você gosta.